Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Focus with Fido Unfiltered, and you have another video for you guys. Well, today I'm going to be reacting to a Facebook post. One of my friends sent me the Facebook post from Dominica Breaking News. I'm going to go into it, we're going to dig into it. Let's get into the video. But first, to kick off things, I want to give you guys this quote. And I came across this quote and I found it was interesting. And I would like you guys to even let it up in the comment section. Let me know what you think regarding this post, what you think it means, or how does it relate, or how does it resonate with you. So it says, when a problem repeats for decades, it's no longer a problem, it's a decision. Hear it again. When a problem repeats for a decade, it's no longer a problem, it's a decision. All right, guys, let's get into the video as right now. Or writing. So what we're seeing here is a Facebook post from Dominica Breaking News, but it's a letter to the editor and it was posted today. So, as a resident, I am worried. For over a year, Lapland, Marigot, and Cassie Bruce have had only one ambulance between the communities. Now, it's broken down. When our parents, our children, or our neighbors get sick, we are told to find a private ride. Our only help now is an ambulance from Portsmouth. We deserve better than this. How long can we go on like this? Question mark. All right. That in and of itself is a serious problem, and it shows you a systematic problem. It shows you accountability problems. And one of the issues I have with this resident complaining, well, I don't know with that yet. So let me just show you guys something. Nice. So the residents say, they're from Cassie Bruce. You can pull it up and check it out right now. Onto the stage. So Marigot, Cassie Bruce, and La Plaine. So Marigot and Cassie Bruce and La Plaine. I have to go back a little more. So you're trying to tell me La Plaine right here. Then we have Cassie Bruce right here. And then we have Marigot. All depending on one ambulance. As the person said, they all depending on one ambulance. No, it's not really only. I think all the way up to Calibishi to Benz. All the way to Calibishi, maybe not Benz, but all the way to Calibishi. So we have to extend it because I know I am from the area. So then from Calibishi to La Plaine, we have only one ambulance. And make it worse, the ambulance I believe they have is the ambulance for the airport in Marigot in Melvin Hall, you know. So it's right here, is that airport right there. Can you imagine? If I made that statement already in our live stream videos, if a plane is about to land, there has to be an ambulance available. So, just using the logic from the Facebook message, from the Facebook post from Dominica Breaking News, of the letter to the editor, Facebook post from Dominica Breaking News, just using the information from that, what I can tell you, if in truth and in fact that the only operating ambulance right now for the northeast and then east and then southeast part of Dominica is one ambulance, then the ambulance from the north or the northwest or the north from Portsmouth, the ambulance from the north will have to go to by the airport for that plane to land. If in fact that is not happening, then how a plane landing? There's a lot of issues, I believe, and I don't want to just discount. I don't want to just discount or discredit the Facebook comment, but I just have to put it in perspective and try to understand what is happening. Because if that is the case, that is the case. No, and that is a problem I have. I have two problems too. That is not the only. That is not the only time we've had issues with ambulances in Dominica. That's not the only time we have had issues in ambulance in Dominica and our medical, our healthcare on a whole. And two, when a problem repeats for a decade, it's no longer a problem, it is a decision. Now, I don't want to put my logic, because I have limited, I don't have full knowledge of everything. I have limited knowledge of this thing. But I'm just going to try to calculate or try to understand something here. If the only operating ambulances in Dominica is the one for Roseau and the one for Portsmouth, okay, which one of the ambulances would serve the Douglas Childs Airport. So when a plane is coming to land, we have to answer those questions. You have to answer those questions. Because if there is a plane landing here, and the airport, the ambulance or postman has to go to the airport to see that plane land, then we have the entire north section and the northeast all the way to the east and the part of the southeast, I guess, vulnerable. Guys, that's a big problem. That is a serious problem. But one of the things I really have to say is that is when one thing happening, I don't want to say like that, but we see when you have an issue happening over time, and because it did not affect us at that point in time or at that moment, we never join in with the communities to make a cry for for betterment and more management and more accountability. This is what happens next. We've seen a lot of systemic, we've seen a lot of systemic breakdowns with our government. A lot of systemic breakdowns, a lot of governmental failures. We've seen that lack of accountability, lack of insight, foresight, lack of thinking, lack of mitigation issues. We've seen all those things all the time. Yet, because it did not fall into the category that affected us or the category we were in, we were not making much noise. Now, it's very good. At least it's good that at some point down the line, you would make you'd make a statement. You would say some point down the line, you'd make a statement. Some point down the line, you'd say something is wrong. It was wrong from how many years ago? It was wrong. Remember when we had to bring our own medical supplies to be medically treated? All that time, when we had a high mortality rate between pregnant during labor, a lot of people were losing the babies because we didn't have the proper equipment for medical. So medically, we were wrong. Basic needs, we were wrong. How? No. This is where I can get into the video now. We've had a government. We've had a government in power since 2000. We've had a government in power since 2000. Now it's 2026. So it's right to assess that we've had a government in power for 26 years and counting, because the time for election has not yet reached. So it's 26 years and counting, and Dominica is in that state, or the citizens of Dominica are complaining of such a thing. Yet we continue to show our decision in the ballot boxes by keeping this government in power. That is a problem I have. Now listen to the reality of the situation. You have to now try to get a private vehicle to be transported to the hospital. Okay, fine. So wouldn't the problem be, okay, so then let's say you're going to buy yourself a vehicle. Another story. Buying yourself a vehicle, let's say the vehicle costs 10,000 ECs. Okay? It costs 10,000 EC dollars. Fine, put that down there. When the vehicle reaches on the port, your port duty, your custom port duty for the vehicle is 140 to 150% custom duties. So let's say you come up with your 150% or so, you come up with, after that, so that's already 25. If your vehicle did make is older than 10 years, you now have to pay a mandatory $10,000 so you can have access to your vehicle. So you have to come up with approximately 35,000 EC dollars for your vehicle, and you only paid 10,000 out of that $35 for your vehicle. You paid more than what you paid for the vehicle in duties, and then you're paying the vehicle again, mandatory, because it's what you could afford. And then, guys, we have to understand that on the day of decision, on decision day, we still put back this current government in power. After 26 years, we have all of our essential workers going on strike after 26 years. We have our teachers being underpaid, undertreated after 26 years. Our nurses have gone on strikes after 26 years. Our officers have gone on strike after 26 years. Our truck drivers has gone on strike after 26 years. Our bus drivers have gone on strike after 26 years. But on decision day, we decide to put back this current government in power. We have to put things in perspective and we have to be practical. When a problem repeats for a decade, it's no longer a problem. This is not the first time we've had an issue, a major issue with our medical system or emergency response section of the island or the country. This is not the first time. And whenever any one of us get brave enough or are brave enough to make videos outlining those issues, first thing you guys say we're against development. No, we're not against development. We are just talking the truth. The truth of the matter is that these things repeat itself within the 26 years of that government being in power. All of these issues have repeated themselves in different areas, in different parts. Yet, I would repeat again, on decision day, we will vote, or we would have voted back, a government that has us in that state of risk, that is not accountable, that is not responsible, and ultimately I can say with all confidence doesn't put Dominicans first. How much more would it take for us as Dominicans to realize we are not the priority of this government? How much more would it take for us as Dominicans to understand that for this current government, this current regime, we are not the priority? So guys, yeah, I gotta end it with that. Again, I'm gonna repeat it for you guys to hear. When a problem repeats itself for decades, it's no longer a problem, it's a decision. We have to understand that, and we have to understand that it's a decision we made, and you have to come against that decision. We have to stop that problem from happening. How can we have? No, the next thing is, how do we get these people that we put in power, we put in position of leadership to fix those issues and prioritize Dominicans? How much longer? So guys, this is the end of the video. End of the video, guys. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that post notification bell so you get notified every time post or upload. Yeah, you're gonna close up the video. I'm gonna close up the video, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for the subscribers. Also subscribe to the video, guys. Please subscribe to the video. Yeah, I have to fix something, but anyways, done.